Hey there. For this video, we're going to cover actually the network topology within the Xperience. So overall, what you're looking at are the devices, and the purpose for these devices is really what we're going to be focused on. So come on over here and have a look very closely at the actual network topology diagram. This is a laminated card that we provide with every kit, and if I were to flip that over, you would see all the dialable numbers and the overall configuration layout from a user's perspective, and also you would see what is the DID, the direct inward dial number that's been assigned to this kit. We'll cover that in just a few minutes. So where I'm going to start here is right here at the Cisco 881. So that 881 is pretty important here because it's multi-purpose. As you can see here, it is actually the Ethernet switch. Matter of fact, it's the power over Ethernet switch that's giving us power for our devices. It's giving us the switch port for our servers and allowing us the ability to extend the wireless access via the Meraki, and then tying in our the actual premise wireless access point to give us the mobile experience as well. So we just covered the overall routing capability, if you will, the 881. However, this is also running some software, and that is the first piece of software we'll talk about is known as Cube, Cisco Unified Border Element, and that's Cube software that is fully licensed and fully configured. I'm going to tie that back to that DID I was speaking about earlier. On the back side of this is a phone number for this kit, and it is registered to the Cube module that's built into the 881 and pre-configured. That dialable number is provisioned by Completely Managed for you for 30 days, and with the option of extending that, just pick up the phone and give them a call or send an email to them, and they'll help you extend that number to keep it associated to your kit. The other software capability in here is running SRST, Survivable Remote Site Telephony. I think we all understand what that is. There's this red cable in the kit, and if you happen to pull that out of the back of the 881, these phones and the endpoints will all go to SRST or survivable mode, and they'll indicate that on their screens. Some customers want to actually see how that works. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move up the chart here into the actual Meraki MX60W. What this is basically our gateway into the dashboard, and that's a really, really important feature because it's giving us a dashboard capability so that we have a visual understanding of all the traffic that's happening in the experience, and we can actually articulate this in human speak, if you will, to customers and show them how much traffic's being used by Jabber, how much traffic's being used by phones, how much traffic is being used by Android, and it gives us a really awesome way to look at and segment that. One other thing this does for us, among many other things, is give us mobile device management. So we're able to subscribe these endpoints, which we'll talk to in just a minute, and basically from there we can lock them down, turn them off, we can make them ring, initiate sirens to locate them. A lot of mobile device capability inside these, inside the Meraki capability inside the dashboard with respect to managing these devices. So the other purpose here is this Meraki MX60W is the wireless controller and SSID that your customers in your demonstrations will join, or you with your own devices will join. It's the wireless access to the kit in the room. So with respect to that, you can see up here where we have it also tethered into what is ingredient inside the actual premise smart kit in itself. DTI has gracefully included a client hotspot access point, and what that means is it's by default always looking for your mobile phone to be put into hotspot mode, and this client access point will find its way onto the internet and basically allow that internet route that will activate the SIP trunk so you can dial the phone numbers over the SIP trunk and enable you and all the access clients on the network to get to the internet, including the Meraki dashboard. So if I go below here, I want to talk to a couple of things. First of all, we'll cover the tablets. So these tablets are very carefully chosen. This is a Lenovo MX2. Now, the actual model numbers may change over time as technology changes. However, its very purpose is a Windows desktop environment that's very portable, so that we're able to hand this out to our customers that we're demoing to and immerse them inside the experience and do the Jabber calling and whatnot. Also, I'm able to load vSphere and any other Windows desktop application, but vSphere allowing me to manage the ESXi or the Business Edition capability, VMware capability that's inside the kit. And again, more important, I think, than that is the applications and being able to hand this out to people in your room to be able to, to share the experience with them. If I now move over to this tablet, this is a Samsung tablet, but really it represents the Android tablet. And again, over time, devices may change and model numbers may change, but the reality is we're going to try to maintain this experience. So when we start to look at what is this tablet and its capability, this is full Android. We're able to enable applications. We're able to basically talk to many different things and talk to it by way of going to the store and downloading or the market and downloading applications. But we also can load things like Jabber, and again, much in the same way, detach this client in itself and hand this to our customers as well. So if you could imagine, I've got this device with one particular customer and this device with another user in the room, and they're now instant messaging or calling one another. They now allow us to engage the endpoint devices, and really, again, video, instant messaging, all the good things that we want them to actually experience. And technically, that is why we built and designed the Xperience. So with respect to that, I'm going to move up now, and we're going to get to the endpoints. So we have two endpoints here, very common endpoints. This is a very common endpoint, particularly available to us and very carefully chosen because it gives us the ability to use the touchscreen, lots of buttons, icons, and include video on the device. So as you know, Cisco has plenty of different model of phones, but this one here allows us a representation of a core feature set and capability. I'll address this phone particularly with the Xperience as our host device. And why I say that is because you'll notice that through our demonstrations and through our videos, we use this phone to demonstrate applications such as our core features like Meet Me conferencing and native call queuing and all the traditional applications, if you will. This really represents the mass call flow and user flow interface that the majority of our phones that are mass out there in the market represent. On the other side here, this interesting phone, I'm sure you're aware of what this phone is. This is what is known as the DX650, and this DX650 is based on Android. So that Android is a very open Android, allowing us to, much like this Note tablet, allowing us to go to the internet, go to the market and download applications. As you can see, we have WebEx, there's Jabber on this phone. So when we actually execute these capabilities, this phone is a very, what is a traditional capable as far as dial tone and things of that nature, but it's a mix of touchscreen and Android in an endpoint. And there's some additional features here like Bluetooth. There's I'm able to initiate video, much like the other phone's video here, with the switch to open and close the video eye to shut that feature on or off, and also really giving me again the traditional audio path and whatnot. These were very carefully chosen because, again, the DX650, you'll notice in our videos we use as the device to use that we do all the dialing from, and then demonstrate the traditional experience through how customers would like to see or normally would have seen the features on that particular endpoint in itself. So with respect to all of these devices and pulling all these together, the last device I'm going to cover, which is pretty important, is our C220 series server. This server is, as you know, it's the MD, medium density, or MD, giving us 4+1, 4 applications and 1 prime management interface, or the optional HD, high density server, giving us 8+1. And what that means is 8 applications, 1 management interface prime. The difference, rather, in this server is that horsepower, really. The HD comes with additional CPU capability, memory capability, additional power supply, overall horsepower. And really, it's up for you to choose. Your kit, and the majority of the kits that are out there, went with the MD, keeping the costs in check and really giving us a great functionality. So with that, we've covered quite a bit of ground here in this video here, understanding the components and how they're all networked together in this network topology. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your time and happy demoing.